What is going on, everybody? Today, I'm going to be going over the top 10 moves for Tera Raids that if a Pokemon has it, it's most likely going to be really good in the high-end raids. So let's get into it. So first off, coming in at number 10, I'm going to say Pollen Puff. Pollen Puff is a move that's kind of overlooked, and it actually is very, very useful because what it does is it actually does damage to the Raidmon. So you can actually use it to get your Tera off, but if you use it on a teammate, it heals them. So you don't have to waste a heal cheer. You don't have to do anything like that. You can actually just use Pollen Puff to heal up your team if there's only one person that's actually getting hurt. Say you're in a raid and only one teammate is actually about to faint, everyone else is full health. You can use Pollen Puff to go ahead and heal that one single teammate up so they can actually keep attacking. You don't waste the heal cheer. So later on, if everybody needs a heal, you can heal cheer. So Pollen Puff's very, very useful in that way. I find it very underrated. People tend not to use it because of the mons that they're on. But if you do build those mons correctly, they can be very good as support mons within the Tera Raid system. So coming in at number 9 is going to be Nuzzle and Willow Wisp. They're both going to be on the same because they both give a status. Now, Nuzzle has the chance to paralyze the target. So it can paralyze the Raidmon, which typically the Raidmon will get rid of its paralysis or its burn really quickly. But with Nuzzle, you can go ahead, use it, get the paralysis off, so then they can't move for one turn. So you can get an extra attack off. You can get an extra setup off before it can actually do anything. Will-O-Wisp, if you go ahead and Will-O-Wisp it, it will go ahead and burn it, which lowers the attack stat so it does less damage. Both of those moves to me are on the same level because they help out immensely doing different things, but both being same statuses. So if you have Nuzzle or Will-O-Wisp, both of those very solid options coming in at number 9. Now Recover is coming in at number 8. Essentially, this move is just a healing move. So it does pair with Recover, Roost, Morning Sun on Iron Moth. Go ahead and can heal yourself up. It's a pretty good move. It's a very solid move. You go ahead and heal yourself up so you don't have to waste the heal cheer. So most Pokemon that have Recover or Roost can typically take on 6-star raids by themselves. So pretty much solo, or do lots of damage online and be able to be self-sustaining since you don't have to rely on other people using heal cheers. You can just heal yourself up and not really worry about it. So those moves are very crucial whenever it's coming to builds, being able to heal yourself to have more sustainability. And those moves, being able to heal up max of half of your HP, is amazing because you can never really die if you are able to get those moves off. Now coming in at number 7 is pretty much going to be your straight up setup moves. So your Nasty Plot and Swords Dance, because both of those sharply raise your attack stats. Nasty Plot being special attack and Swords Dance being your physical attack. So being able to use that move 3 times gives you the ability to be max attack, so a +6, that you can do massive damage within the Tera Raids. Most of these moves are on your big hitters. I'm not very sustainable, but I can actually do lots of damage. So being able to have those moves gives you the chance to easily go ahead and throw massive attacks at the Raidmons. I will say, covering setup moves, it's just really Nasty Plot and Swords Dance. Bulk Up is another solid option if nothing gets Nasty Plot or Swords Dance. Normally it'd be a physical mon, so Swords Dance, you can go ahead and run Bulk Up. If you do have it, that gives you more of a defense. It's just a little honorable mention. And then Belly Drum is, in my eyes, because somebody's going to say that it maxes your attack, is not very good because you actually sacrifice half of your HP. So if they do a super effective move on you, you'll just get knocked out, and it's not that reliable if you're not running a berry and being able to heal yourself. So Nasty Plot, Swords Dance are your top moves for being able to boost your attacks. So number 6 is going to be your terrains, or your terrain and weathers. So electric terrain, I feel like, is going to be a outright winner because all your electric types get a boost from it. Like Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt's a massive user of this move, and you can do lots and lots of damage. Now, another one you can look into is Sunny Day, depending on what you're doing, because all your Paradox Mons from Scarlet take advantage of Sunny Day, being able to do that very well, get their stat boosts, and be able to run the extra item. So that makes it very viable. And then, as we have seen, Iron Moth does run Sunny Day on my build because of Morning Sun, so it can actually heal itself. So electric terrain, very underrated, I feel like, in the Tera Raid system. It gives you massive attack buffs, being able to just boost your attack without having to really set up. Because with the terrain, when the Tera Raid mon does nullify all your stat boosts, it doesn't get rid of terrain. So if you are like a Belly Bolt and you're only doing electric terrain acid spray, it's not really taking anything away from you. So very good move here, being able to set terrain. Now coming in at number 5, just right after the terrains, is going to be Taunt. Now Taunt is going to be a very interesting move because if you are going against something, we're going to be using the Cinderace here because we had the raid of a little while ago. It bulked up a lot. And what Taunt does is if you come out turn 1 and you know that Pokemon has a move that can either A, boost its own stats, or B, put you to sleep, which are very, very bad if you are going against them, Taunt will let them not be able to use that move for 3 turns. So they cannot set up, they cannot put you to sleep if they're using Yawn, which is very good within Tera Raids. Having Taunt is very important in most cases to go ahead and stop these setups so you can do whatever you want. Pretty much, you could sit there, Taunt, and then as you see here, this is the Grimmsnarl. Go ahead and Fake Tears and Reflect. So you're pretty much doing whatever you want and don't really have to worry about it because the only thing it can do is attack you, which can do damage, but it can't set up, so it does not as much damage as it normally would. So very viable move. And again, I think it's a move that's very underrated within the Tera Raids because it does so much, but seems like it doesn't do anything at all. Now for number 4, we are going to be going with Helping Hand. Helping Hand boosts the power of allies' attacks. So this is a Blissey. Blissey is a support mon, built to be very supportive. As you can see, he's got Light Screen, Dazzling Gleam, Life Dew, and Helping Hand. Helping Hand is gonna help your teammates do more damage. So say you have a teammate that is a Belly Drum Azumarill, because that's very common. You go ahead, they're at a +6, you Helping Hand, that lets them do even more damage. So they can most likely one-shot most things if they'd like, or at least do half damage. So you can go ahead and help them do more damage, which is amazing within Tera Raids because it is all about the damage output. So you could come in with a Blissey, Light Screen, Helping Hand, everybody just keep going with Helping Hand, and you just dish out way more damage than you typically would in general. So breaking into the top 3, if you couldn't guess it with most of the builds on the channel, it is gonna be Chilling Water. Chilling Water is an amazing move. It's added this generation. It's a water special attacking move, and it lowers the attack stat of the opposing Pokemon. Most builds that are built for 7-star raids have this move because you're able to do so much. You lower the attack stat, which essentially, if they don't clear their own stats, can get to a -6, and they can't really do any damage to you or your teammates, which is always a big must. So Chilling Water, being able to lower the attack stats, is always going to be viable no matter what Pokemon you're running. You could be a physical attacker and still have access to Chilling Water. You should be running Chilling Water because it does give you such an edge within Tera Raids, being able to lower that attack stat. is huge. So coming in at number 2 is going to be your screens. Your light screen and your reflect. They're both going to be on the same level because reflect goes ahead and cuts all physical moves in half coming in. And then light screen cuts all special moves coming in half. So less damage all around. Most Pokemon that get screens typically get both of them, so you can run both of them. Some other Pokemon do only get one, which typically they won't run the screens because the ones that do have access to both kind of take priority as the support mons within raids. So it helps out immensely. So if you are in a 7-star scenario and you have a Pokemon next to you with Chilling Water, you go ahead, set Reflect, which cuts all physical moves coming in half. Their Chilling Water goes ahead and lowers their attack stat. So that lowered attack stat is going to come through your Reflect, doing pretty much nothing. Like these screens are very, very useful, which is why they are running at number 2 on the list. Now coming in at number 1, if you couldn't guess it already, it's going to be Acid Spray. Acid Spray is massive in Tera Raids, which is kind of why special attackers are leading the way in being the top Tera Raid mons when it comes to the end game activities, like the 7-star raids and the high-end 6-star raids. So Acid Spray, as we know, it's a poison move. It's a special attack, so you're going to be doing more damage over time because it lowers this target's special defense stat. So no matter what, you're a special attacker with a special attacking move. So each time just applying Acid Spray, you're going to be doing more and more damage. Plus, it hits through shield. So just like Chilling Water, Acid Spray hits through shield. Go ahead, because it does damage. Anything that does damage will hit through shield. So being able to keep lowering the special defense stat even through their shield, because typically they put the shield up and then get rid of all their negative effects, and you can just put them all back and it's back at -6 and you're hitting the shield. So being able to do that is very, very useful, and which is why it comes in at number 1 on the list. Most special attackers love this move. So that is my list of every single move I think is in the top 10 for Tera Raid moves. If there's another one that I missed that you think should have been up there, let me know in the comment section down below. But go ahead, if you found this one helpful and you're thinking about using some of these moves, or if you do run some of these moves, go ahead, smash that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.